We're gonna move
Agony
to our
Aunt.
weekly Agony Aunt. I got one. I didn't write. It's a mad one though.
Jodi.
I didn't write it
Okay.
because I always get accused for writing things. I didn't write this one.
I see some long paragraph, bro.
This is it. I was
Someone
looking
sent
over
it.
that.
Look, someone sent it. No, but it's a mad one though. It is actually a mad one.
Okay.
Is it
Alright,
2
so-
pages?
Well, don't worry. I'll read. I'll read quick. I'll try and read quick.
Alright, go.
Make sure you read on beat, though.
So basically, it's a scenario. It's a scenario, and it's the stepfather wrong in this. Let's talk about it.
oh, wow.
Okay, cool.
Okay, scenario. My name is Stan. I'm a 54-year-old man. My wife Renee and I have been married for 22 years. She has 2 beautiful daughters from her previous marriage. The girls were 5 and 7 when we met. The father, who is a doctor, abandoned them after he and Renee divorced. He married and took care of his new family. Meanwhile, I've always taken care of the girls as they were my own. Renee has been a stay-home mom. Has been a stay-home wife for the majority of our marriage. I'm a blue-collar worker. Don't know
Like
what
a
that is.
factory, blue-collared.
Blue-collar worker. So basically, he now went on to say, I once asked her about seeking the doc for the child support.
Jodi,
He replied, why are you trying it?
Sorry.
Her reply was, we don't need them. We have you. Yeah?
Wait, he applied for the what?
So basically, he asked her seeking for the doctor,
Okay.
her ex-husband,
Yeah.
to basically provide child support.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah? Her reply was, we don't need him. We have you.
Imagine. So
I asked to adopt the girls, but Renee, he insisted that the doctor, which is her ex, wouldn't agree to it. Regardless, I continued to look after the family. I put both girls through college, bought both of them cars, and was present at their school's event. I'm currently footing the bill for the eldest daughter's wedding and helping the youngest to take care of her 5-year-old I'm the only papa the baby knows. Yeah. I once asked her about seeking the ex for the child support. I'm reading again. Sorry, yeah. So the doctor recently divorced his wife. Yeah. The doctor recently divorced his wife and has been trying to repair the relationship with his daughters. My daughter told me that she wanted her biological dad to give her away and do the father-daughter dance. I was devastated. I suggested that we both walk her down the aisle. Renee interfered and told me I'm just the stepdad and not to mess up her special day. I felt so heartbroken. I have decided that I would not attend the wedding, nor would I pay the remaining $10,000 balance after I already paid $12,000 on the wedding. My wife has called me petty and threatened to divorce me if I mess up the wedding. However, I'm standing firm by my decision. Is he wrong?
Do you want to go first or?
I told you, it's a
Might
good
you
one,
go
isn't it?
first?
I'll go first. Okay.
That is mad.
Look.
Mad, isn't it? Should we dissect
Can I
it?
just say, first of all, I didn't realise people in that age group are listening to our show, so that's really good. Thank you for
Don't know.
writing in, Stan.
Let me just quickly sip my drink and.
It's a mad one. It is actually a crazy one. When I first read it, I was just like,
That
wow.
is crazy.
Look,
What would you do?
I'm gonna be real. You know me, I'm always just real. I'll keep it real. You're 100% within your rights to do what you have done. The thing is with us men is we feel we can kind of just drift in and drift out of
Any relationship. I think
relationships.
yeah.
Whether it's with your children, whether it's with your ex-partner, I just feel like, yeah, I'm here
Right.
now. So anyone in your life kind of had to just disappear.
Literally.
No, you as a man need to be, how do I put it? Considerate of the fact that you weren't there. So your ex has built a relationship with somebody who has fathered
Sure.
your children while you were not there because you abandoned them.
Mate.
So you need to be appreciative of that. And it should be you suggesting, do you know what? It's wrong of me to want to walk you down the aisle. Because the guy's paid you said $12,000.
He's paid $12,000, but there's $10,000
There's $10,000
remaining.
left.
Yeah.
If anything, if I was one of the siblings, if I was his wife, I'll be saying, listen, you, as in the ex, let's say the ex's name is Stephen. I'll be telling Stephen to go and talk to the current husband to say, look, man to man, you know, I think it's right that we both do it. Or there needs to be some sort of conversation there. Because if he's feeling like he can't attend his stepdaughter's wedding and he's foot the bill and he's been there, he's put them through college, and that for me is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And this notion that men can just walk in and all of a sudden just be a hero and, you know, so on and so forth. No, you can't just pick up and just all of a sudden want to be dad. It don't work like that. This is years of you know,
work.
I think what strikes me was like
Waking
they've
up late
been
at
married
night.
for 22 years.
Yeah.
So the stepdad and the
The mum.
And the mum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've been married 22 years. That's a lifetime, bro.
That's a long time.
Do you know how much, even you as a father, like, you know, them late nights when you have to get up and just...
I mean, you can argue and say, obviously, when the current guy, when Stan took over, they were 5 and 7, he said. You can argue like they're grown up.
They're
but
grown enough, but
the
at the
thing
same
is,
time, 22
they're
years.
22 years
there's
is a
still
long
a lot
time.
happening at 5. There's still,
Bro,
and 7,
they're
there's
almost,
still a
what,
lot happening.
30? They're almost 30. And I think for me, I mean, you've touched on a good point there, but I think when I read that, what I took from it was the fact that his now wife, intervened and say, "Oh no,
Basically
the
taking his
stepdad."
side,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yes,
It's
the
like
stepdad, yeah.
you're taking. Whose side are you taking? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm sorry, but as my wife, I don't give a fuck what you're taking my side regardless. And me as your husband, I'm gonna take your side regardless.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
If we're married, we have to have each other's back 100% all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think she stepped out of line. How are you gonna tell him, oh, you know what? I don't ruin her day, innit? You can't ruin her day. I think you should just let it be. Like, let the biological dad walk her down. That is wrong. This guy has been in their lives for 22 years, bro. It might even be more, because that's just how long they've been married.
So they might have been together.
They might have been
before.
together from before, so I'm just assuming. But to be married 22 years, taking them through college, bought them cars, is literally, and
Taking the piss.
do you know what I mean? He's like and he's
It breaks my heart to hear it.
he's
I'm
mad.
not gonna lie to you.
Honestly, I don't know. What do you take from it?
Stan. It's a really sticky situation. Like, obviously, you love your life, you love the girls, blah, blah, blah. And I just feel like, why is the mum still holding on to the ex-partner? Yes, it's still their father, but it's like, this man's been through the trenches with you. I'm not saying like, okay, you know, it's been 22 years.
Trust.
And every time she's
22
asking to adopt, like it's like he wants to
wanted
be a
to,
father.
yeah.
She's saying, no. So she didn't want to disrespect the dad. But at the same time,
She said he wouldn't be happy with that.
but at
Did you
the
even
same-
ask?
Do you see what I mean? It's like there needs to be a dialogue. But me personally, I would say to him, like, take your 10 grand, don't pay the remaining thing, and you don't want to ruin the day.
Yeah.
Don't go to the wedding. That's it. That's what I would say.
Do you
I
think he
that
should
is
take
a
his money back?
key-
He should ask for his money back.
Not the 12 grand.
No, you can't do that.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's petty still.
Bruv,
That's really
how
petty.
you're threatening me with a divorce?
I think, do you know
I'll
what
be
it is?
petty.
It's like,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
emotions and all of this and whatever. You want your daughter to be happy, but then your husband, like, I'm sure like everybody's in a sticky situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's feeling it from a different angle. I think the men, the dad and the stepdad, need to have a conversation.
100%.
Yeah, man to man.
100%.
Like, forget about the women and see how they can move. Of course, it's his daughter.
Not a
It's
dick
the-
measuring contest as well. a
Yeah,
proper,
like an actual conversation.
I
But
think
it sounded like to me the wife doesn't want that to happen.
Nah, she's just getting in the way. Looks like she's
Blocking
the way.
everything, bro.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? The worst thing you can have as a woman without wisdom, you know what I'm telling you? Because you should be, at that point, you should be able to use discernment and say, okay, do you know what? You know, it's not about us. It's about my daughter's wedding, but I want you to feel included.
Yeah,
Because-
considering the length of time they've been together as
Exactly.
well. Yeah.
And no man should be made to feel redundant.
Trust.
That is
Trust.
the worst thing you can do to a man. Reduce him to feel like, oh, I'll divorce you and things like that.
Don't threaten men with that.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean?
that should never come out of your mouth.
Threats,
Be like,
them kind of threats.
them kind of threats should never come out of your mouth. Like, oh, if you do this, then you're gonna,
Well,
I'm gonna
I'm out.
divorce you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I've been around for 22 years. You've been a sit-at-home mum for almost how many years? I've been working, paying this, paying that, and you're gonna come at me.
Bang out of order.
Do you know what I mean? I'm asking for one thing. one thing to walk your technically she's my daughter now. Whether I'm biologically her father or not, I've been in her life for 22 years. They said, you know what I mean? It's not about blood all the time. I don't have to be the blood or the biological father to be like, yeah, I'm gonna have my stance and I'm gonna walk her down the aisle. That should be automatic, considering I've been in her life for 22 years.
Where was the pappy?
Do you know what I mean?
Trust, yeah, no,
Bro,
I completely agree. I completely agree.
Mad.
And
mate.
the reason why I say it breaks my heart is because that's how good men turn into something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's just trying to be there for the children. He's put the children through college. He's paid for the wedding. You know, he feels like, okay, I'm the father. He feels like I'm a father figure.
I'm a father.
Yeah.
And he
And
mentioned
just like that.
one of the daughters got a child and he's
And
the
he's
only papa.
financing that
Yeah,
as well.
So he's the granddad that they know. So
Imagine that. And then all of a sudden, just like that, it's in the blink of
like,
an eye.
know
You're
your
nobody.
place,
Yeah.
know your role.
I'm gonna lie.
You're not my
The ex
daddy.
is a prick as well.
100%. Yeah.
So
definitely.
because you've been with your new family, looking after your new family for
And
however
that's
how long,
gone to hell.
so because
It's
that's
like,
gone to shit,
sorry,
you're
have
coming.
me back.
Nah. I don't know. What's your advice
from the daughter's perspective?
Yeah.
Because there's a deep psychological aspect here that we're kind of missing. There's always that longing for your real father.
Yeah,
regardless.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can be accepting of that you want your real father there, but do not ever underestimate the work that the stepfather's put in. Don't ever underestimate the fact that he's been there and he's stepped up.
Trust.
Because it's not easy to take on a
Someone
woman
else's
with,
child.
Nope.
Yeah.
with children. It's not easy.
Not
so the
at
fact
all.
that he's actually willing to do that and willing to do it proudly to the point that
And
he's willing
paid
to
for
adopt.
your wedding, bro. And he wanted to adopt.
He wanted to adopt. That's important. The fact that he's willing to do that and you're dismissive
Speaks
of it,
volumes.
you're like, like you said, Jay. She's basically telling him, know your place. That's wild. And it's heartbreaking, man.
What would you do if you was Stan? What would that's your advice? What would your advice be
what
to
would you
Stan?
do?
In all honesty, one thing I'm learning in life is sometimes it's better to just retreat and remove yourself from a situation. If these people see sense, then they'll come to you. I would just remove myself from the situation and say, guys, I'm not involved. It's not even a case of being petty. It's not even a case of being bitter. I am upset and I'm allowed to be upset.
But I know my place.
That's my place. And I'm going to remove myself from the situation.
That's it.
That's what I would do personally. And that's what I would advise him to do.
Stan, take your 12K. They say time is a great healer, innit? Go find yourself another life elsewhere. Like, just take time in it. I'm sorry.
Go for them dollar bills in the strip.
Nah, don't do that. It's COVID. Save every little penny. Nah, for me, it's just that 12K that you'd have paid for the rest of the wedding. Just take a step aside in it. Like you said, don't attend the wedding. Take your 12K. Just it's gonna take time because 22 years of marriage, it's hard. So it's like it's gonna need a long time to get over all of this. If whatever happens, I don't know. But for me, what I personally would do, I'll just literally exit the situation because now that this man has come into the life of, I mean, do you know what I mean? It's just nah. It's coming to the equation. I'm just like, nah, F this, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's me. Just chill.
Yeah. Stan, take a 10K, know your place, stay in your lane. I wouldn't go to the wedding personally, but if you want to do that, that's completely up to you. Just step back
That's it.
and watch what happens.
That's it.
Yeah. Watch us.
Well,
Yeah, man. It is what it is, and we move.
Thank
I
you
hope that
so
helps.
much. Thank you
If
so
you guys
much.
if you guys have got any other sort of agony that you want to share, you want us to read out and get our advice on, you can DM us on Instagram. That's Insync Ldn, and we'll be happy to oblige as per usual.
Definitely.
All right.